If you like saving money when traveling, and specifically when cruising, this video is for you. Now, if you hate saving money, but you still don't like the stress of travel, we've got some tips for you on that as well.
Right. So in today's video, we want to share with you some things that we have done and changes we've made to lower the stress during our travel time. This takes us from the time that we're actually packing at home all the way through travel and right up to embarkation of the ship. So we hope you find these tips helpful. And keep in mind that it all starts with less is more.
Yeah, less is more. Hey, some of these tips pertain primarily to air travel, but not all of them. So no matter how you get to the port, you flying, you driving, you skip to your Lewin, these will still come in handy for you. So we are big proponents of carry-on bags, and one of the big reasons for that, we're not checking our bags. No checked baggage means that you don't end up in Miami and your bags don't end up in Omaha. They do have a nice mutual there, but they do not have a cruise port there. So we could not even imagine, I couldn't imagine boarding your ship with a 6, 8, 10-day cruise and no suitcase, no luggage. What would you do? You'd spend your whole time in the gift shop buying clothes.
Another advantage of having a carry-on is you don't have to waste time at the carousel. That for us brings a little anxiety. It feels like we get there and you're kind of waiting for the luggage to be unloaded, and then you're hoping that your bag comes out early. And it's just one of those things that we'd rather not have to go through. And honestly, once our plane lands, we're ready to just get an Uber and get to the hotel. By that time, we're usually ready to be done.
We're pretty beat. Hey, looking at us now, it's going to be hard for you to imagine that at one time we were pretty sprightly. Now we still get around very well, not as well as we once did, but we're blessed that we can still move good. But the lifting heavy things and that sort of thing, it's getting more and more difficult as we continue to age.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of you would say, yeah, but I don't like carry-on because it's too hard to get that luggage in that narrow aisle up into that overhead bin. We totally hear you and understand that. And for me, I'm vertically challenged, so it's definitely something that is tough for me to do. But even so, if we did need to check our bags, we would prefer to check a carry-on, because in addition to not having to put it up in the bin, it also offers you less luggage to tote through the airport and onto your transportation. If you're taking a shuttle or something like that, you have to schlep that bag up the steps. So we prefer to just have smaller luggage to make that whole transportation part easier.
Right.
So another thing that we found to be something to consider is the size of actually just the ship cabin. We find that by having a carry-on luggage, we don't end up with big suitcases all over the cabin and things around that we're going to trip on. One of the things that the smaller size luggage does is it forces you to not bring so many items. So typically our clothes and our shoes, etc., will fit in the drawers and the shelves and the hanging space that are offered in the cabin. And so we find it to be really helpful to keep your cabin less cluttered, I guess, and it makes it feel a little more spacious to us when we don't have things that we're having to maneuver around all the time. So just another penny of less luggage. So yeah, many ships offer self-serve laundry, which is a huge wonder for us. Now, some ships don't offer that, and those cases, if you really need laundry, you can pay to have some done. Or for those of you who have status on certain lines, oftentimes a bag of laundry is free. But for us paupers who are just new to cruising, it's usually our problem to deal with our laundry. So for us, we are not allowed a free bag of laundry. So we are thrilled when we are on ships that have self-service laundry. Okay, so we are prepared to do some laundry today. So we wanted to show you a little tip that we learned along the way that has helped us. We have a spot, which is under our bed. Lon's going to show you. When we unpack on a cruise ship, we put our open suitcases under the bed. And then throughout the trip, we just put our dirty laundry in that open suitcase. When it's time to do laundry, we typically grab if we're on Princess, the Princess bag and load up the dirty laundry, and off we go.
Storing it under here, it's out of the way and kind of out of your mind, so remember to make sure to do your laundry. So for better or worse, it's now the way of the world. Dress codes have changed substantially everywhere, including the cruise ship. Formal nights, they still have them on many ships, but they're not the same type of formal night they used to have.
Mhm.
And for us that are a little more cash, this means we don't even have to worry about packing it. That stuff stays in our closet at home. Now, the beauty of this is that means less stuff that has to go in a big suitcase.
Yeah, and for the ladies, if you bring a classic dress, it can be worn several nights. And really, you can just change it up by getting a whole different look by just having a jacket or different jewelry or a scarf, things like that. There's also so many dresses out there on the market now that fold up rather small and fit easily into a carry-on luggage. So it's really made things a lot easier these days to travel with less luggage.
And for us guys, we've got it so much easier, right? We just throw in a nice pair of slacks and we can pair that up with a couple of different collared shirts and we're good for the whole cruise. So if people don't even notice that we're wearing the same slacks. Why would they? They're not looking at us.
We want to show you one of the features that we love the most about Princess Cruises. If you don't have status, you don't have free laundry. But Princess helps with that by having a laundromat. And so here you can do self-service laundry, so that we thought we would just show you those facilities. Here is the laundromat at a quick shot, and we'll just kind of walk you through what they have here. So on each end of the room, they have 2 washers and 2 dryers. So it's washer dryer, kind of handy, washer dryer. So in order to use these, you need to purchase tokens. Also, over here they have a sign posted that tells you how long each of the machines run. So you have a good idea of when you need to come back. Here they have a machine that they offer soap, bleach, and softeners. So you can purchase tokens to buy those products, and we'll show you that in a second. For us, we don't purchase product because we bring the laundry sheets that you may have seen online that you can purchase for travel, and they take up no space, and you can use them for hand wash as well. So we purchase those and use that. So we're going to purchase some tokens. So Lon's going to scan his medallion. You see the light turns green. He's going to choose the language, English, and then it gives you the prices. So washing or drying are $3 and the products are $1.25. Touches the screen. In our case, we're going to do 1 load. So we would like 2 tokens for washer dryer, 1 for the washer, 1 for the dryer. That totals to $6 and it says purchase now. So as you may have seen there, it charges immediately to your room account and dispenses the tokens. So we are getting 2 of the bronze tokens for washer dryer. All right, so we will be using those when we bring our laundry down a little later.
So now those of you that were looking for where's the cost savings at in this video, here it comes. Checked bags. Hey, do you know what they're charging these days? Airlines are charging $45, $50 for a checked bag. And if you have 2 of them, oh my, price just goes up from there. They've got your best interest in mind, right? Sir, would you like to prepay? Oh, great. We will give you $5 back for that. Thank you.
Yeah, and then in addition to the extra charges, which again, some of you may have status on the airlines and be allowed a free bag, but not us paupers. At any rate, another advantage of not having a checked bag, or at least a large bag, larger than carry-on, is the weight. For us, we find the bigger the bag, the more we try to stuff in it. And before you know it, you're pushing on that 50-pound limit. Due from experience, we have learned that it's unpleasant to get to the airport and find that you are a little over 50 pounds. You have to unload things and either find a place to stuff them, or you're paying extra fees, or you're leaving some items behind. So we just find not allowing ourselves that much is better for us.
You know, again, the airlines got it made. They're charging you an extra $30, $50, $100 for your overage. And that's both ways, remember?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we're just going to take one of these sheets and throw it in there. So there's no softener in it. It's just a...
And these 2 bags have all our laundry in them.
Right. So we're just going to do 1 load of everything we have. Dump it in. So We have the soap in the bottom. I happen to have 1.5 sheets, so I'm going to put this half sheet in the top, so we have plenty of soap. All right, then I'm just going to close the lid. You have the coin on.
One token.
One token. We're just going to put it in here. Away it goes. Like we said earlier, this should take 30 to 35 minutes. So our room is quite a ways from the laundry room, so we'll probably just hang out nearby and come back in a little bit and switch to the dryer. Another area that you can look at reducing items, which for us seems to reduce stress, is just personal items. Starting with medications. If you have medications, obviously you need to bring them and bring a few extra days in case anything happens with your travel plans. But it's the over-the-counter meds that I found myself really going overboard on. The Tylenol, the cough syrup, the anti-nausea drugs, etc. You really just need to bring a few because you may not need any. And the truth is, if you do need a few, you will have time to get down to the store on the ship and buy more. Now, it is at a premium, but that is offset for us by being able to take a smaller piece of luggage.
Yeah, I have another thing, a personal item, and this is a CPAP machine. And maybe you use a CPAP as well. It's very important to our health. It's very important to us being able to sleep at night. In my case, it's important to the whole end of the ship that I'm on for them to be able to sleep at night. I'm sorry. So I'll tell you what, I found a travel CPAP, and this makes all the difference in the world. Let me compare it to my previous.
I don't know why that happened to you. We'll just start with the travel CPAP. That was good, wasn't it?
I'm just going from here. So let's compare that to my previous CPAP machine, and this thing is heavy, it's big, it's bulky. This thing is so light, it's crazy the difference. Get yourself a travel CPAP and you can get into that carry-on bag.
So hopefully some of these tips will help you reduce stress on your travel days. We're Lon and Glenda from Trippin' Over 60. Thanks for watching.
And keep on cruising.